Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the top 5 best liquid CPU cooler. Starting at number 5. Arctic Liquid Freezer 120. Arctic is a name that comes with a big reputation, which is why they had to make this list. With promises of noiseless fans, low consumption pumps, and push-pull fans, there's a lot to get through. The depth of the radiator is something that many manufacturers overlook. With more depth comes more surface area, which in turn means more cooling. By opting for a very impressive 49mm, Arctic have created something that to me looks very special. I like the way that it integrated and was easy to mount. And I especially like the overall build quality. With one fan pushing air through the radiator and another pulling it from the other side, there's a lot of innovation here. What absolutely stood out to me was how well synchronized these two fans were. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 4. Corsair Hydro Series H115i. Corsair knows a thing or two about high-performance cooling, which is why they're a no-brainer on this list. I think their flexibility and durability may just catch your eye. The secret to improving performance in one area is to not reduce it in another. I stand by this because it means that you'll end up with a system that really does the job you want it to. What impressed me about Corsair is that their choice of fan is virtually noiseless. That means that if you're sat gaming, you won't have to hear the constant whirring of a high-powered fan. Ideal if you just want to relax and enjoy the game. Heat dissipation can be a tricky business. Often the simplest way is to increase the surface area, but then you soon run into other restrictions. If you want plenty of space inside your unit, then I suggest looking at clever material uses. The microfin copper plating on use here is designed to boost the emissivity and thereby optimize the ability to radiate heat. An interesting approach that I'm certainly keen to see more of in the future. Halfway of my listed number 3. DEEPCOOL Captain 240EX. With a name like that, how could it not make it onto my list? With dual fans and an attractive white and black casing, it certainly is designed to catch the eye. Dual fans come with a big reputation because they look the part, but do they really back it up? In this case, I have to say they certainly do, folks. The dual approach is one that people are often split right down the middle on, but for what it's worth, I love it. The strain on each fan is less than if you had one single rotor, which improves durability. Sounds pretty convincing to me. Glass tubing certainly looks cool, but it does have some practical implications too. Glass is easier to cool than plastic, so it will help provide some additional cooling under the casing. Secondly, it allows you to see the liquid circulating. If you ever see a sudden spike in your CPU temperature, but Eve. Coming in at number 2. Noctua New Hampshire D15s. Noctua is a name I hadn't heard a whole lot about, so I was curious to take a closer look. What I found certainly impressed me and gave me plenty of food for thought. Take a look for yourself and see if you want to add it to your shortlist. By controlling the speed of the onboard fan through the motherboard, you'll have some interesting new functionality. One thing is for sure. If your fan is going faster than it needs to, then you're wasting power. Wasted power means reduced performance, which means slower processing speeds. When you put it like that, then it starts to make sense, doesn't it? By dropping from 1500 to 1200 RPM automatically, I think you can really optimize things and push your speeds up. The fin stack looks a little different due to its asymmetry. Rather than being purely for show, there's a clear practical reason behind it. Room for more hardware. It ensures that the Noctua will clear more of the motherboard slots that can be blocked off when you invest heavily in cooling. That will enable you to add more processing and memory power to your tower without compromising on cooling capability. And number 1. Corsair Hydro Series Extreme. The Extreme is an exciting approach to cooling because it relies on efficiency rather than brute force. What I found was this provides a quick and efficient cooling system that runs silently in the background. The static pressure is what removes a load of the heat in the first place. Because heat is constantly flowing away both through the air and the water pipes, you need a dynamic equilibrium. This is a fancy way of saying you need to balance the throughput of the system. Replenishing the air and water at a constant rate is what the Extreme does better under pressure than any system I've seen. That means that it is never pushed too hard and will always remove waste heat. This is a really smart touch because it allows you to check that your coolant is actually doing something. If it's the same temperature as the components, then it's not up to the job. You'll be able to see how much spare capacity you have when deciding how to expand for future. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below